2018 Sea Duckling Open number 38. This is Redshift. And I'm your host, Steelmold. Steel like the metal. Mold like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down. Joined today by our own CranKy champion. It is Blisk. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Steel. How about yourself?
Doing fantabulous. We are setting up in a lobby to cast Daunted versus Vision. See if everyone's ready. Yeah, it's going to be a TVZ. Daunted from Psych's own and Vision from Loco. The Loco clan. Right. Looks like they are both ready. Alright, so our first map will be Blue Shift. That's the map on the bracket. Blue Shift, otherwise known as #NotMyShift. I don't like this map. It's too catalysty for me.
Yeah.
It's pretending not to be Catalyst. And also, it took the name of my favorite map from the previous map pool. It had double audacity.
Redshift was a great map, but it's not so much like Catalyst because the little ramp there to get up is quite a bit smaller.
It's got differences, but basically it's Catalyst shifted. and in blue. It's Blue Shift. Oh, right, everyone. Welcome to #NotMyShift LE. LE, in case you did not know, stands for loving eloquency. Loving eloquency. That's when you love someone and you want to tell them and you're eloquent about it, which is the opposite of what I am. Right? Yes. Into the southwest corner of the map, representing Clan Loco. It is our purple Zerg. Give it up for Vision. And in the northeast side of the map, representing Psionic Aftermath, otherwise known as Psyx, it is our blue Terran. Give it up for Jaunted. The #1 hype man in all of EU. Alright, so we don't see any cheesy opening from either of these.
Everything's looking very standard so far.
See, Blisk, see what Vision is doing in the natural base? That is called a hatchery in the natural base. I know you're not familiar with this concept. You know,
slowly I'm practicing. I'm practicing how to do that.
Did you practice?
It's difficult.
Putting the hatchery on your side of the map. I don't know how it's working out. It's I know it's weird.
It doesn't feel natural to put your base in the natural.
See, he's a proper CranKy. This one. Is already Gold League casting. Alright, so we see 6 Link Team 6 coming up with Vision. That's the 6 Zerglings you get, along with speed. Not too aggressive, but enough to be annoying on the other side of the map. But yeah, it's going for macro, nothing too shenaniganous. Don't think he's going for the traditional Psyx opening, the 2-1-1. He doesn't want to get his Psionic Aftermath clan tag removed.
And he's playing super safe. I mean, he has the Reaper to protect against the Zerglings, and on top of that, he decided to make his command center on the high ground. So, really deciding to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, and he's got the factory, set it up, probably get a safety tank, just in case. As
I think
that's. Yeah, go ahead.
With the 2-1-1, I think you just and get those Marines out as quick as possible. We'll see. We'll see what the factory does.
Yeah, usually you want to get the Marines to clear out that pesky Overlord. Vision does get the vision on on Dante's base. So yeah, since all the 2-1-1s is the Steam for researching, so yeah, they should know exactly what's going on. Oh, see the are these the machine Zerglings? Yeah, they're the machine Zerglings, right?
I think they're not the normal Zerglings, anyways.
You got these little fairy wings. Pretty cool.
The Link Flood coming in, so although he was playing really safe. Oh, the wall is gonna be.
Their wall is not a wall. It is a wall, and there's plenty of Marines here to.
But it's not tight. Actually, it's not tight. The Zerglings are getting in, but there's enough Marines.
Yeah, but man with the gun OP. Don't forget that. No, this is a weird wall. This is okay.
Well,
then Downton needs to see more of my SimCity streaming. Right.
Is on the way, and the Zerg response to that is going to be to get +1 melee, some safety bane lanes. Yeah, even going to get a kill here.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good for a Reaper at this stage of the game. Usually, by now, they die like so.
It's good to scout because you can kind of count the drones in the at the third base, and it gives you an idea. You know, well, he did see all those Zerglings that didn't do much, so that obviously decreases the amount of drones. But
yeah, but it confirms. It confirms the way your opponent is playing. How heavily they are investing in military, how much they're putting on economy. And see Danton setting up a couple of drops. Now this drop is specially equipped to get rid of this hatchery.
Seems to be the goal. Sometimes Terrans, they like to just, you know, get the creep, try to control the creep a little bit, but looks like he's going to try to get
the coming from behind. Oh, they don't split too well. Okay, most of them are left alive. Ah, the Widow Mine.
Don't mind.
Friendly fire, mate. Widow Mines. They're such assholes sometimes.
And so I think if you're Terran and you're going for this strategy, the goal is to that drop. You know, you don't necessarily have to do damage, but you want to keep, you know, if you see opposition, you want to pick up and get away.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do get the cancel hatch, I guess losing the Marines is okay. But if you do no damage and you lose your Marines, then it's not ideal. It's not where you want to be.
Yeah. Well, it does skip the medivacs, so that's you know, that's something.
But it looks like in the back of that, he wasn't. You know, he kept macroing at home. He has his +1 on the way. He's got tanks production starting. He's getting his armory so that he can get +2 as soon as it finishes.
Yeah. Combat shield should finish in about 20 seconds or so.
The next Widow Mine doesn't kill all the Marines.
No, this time they go without a Widow Mine. They're like, leave that shit behind. I don't want to see it on my medevac. Okay.
Good. That's the type of thing that I think is better to do with the 2-on-1. Take care of the creep, you know, keep the Zerg busy so that he messes up his own macro at home. Yeah. And then keep making SCVs.
Yeah. So. Oh, he's about to lose a medevac though. That's dangerous. Oh, it's gonna be full. Ah!
He loses one. He's gonna maybe lose the other one.
Did you actually hear the Marines screaming? When a medevac dies and it has Marines inside, I'm pretty sure.
Do you hear just one scream, or do you hear
like,
it's echoing out?
It's pretty frightening.
Still looking like it'll be here on. The supplies are pretty close.
Yeah, they neither of them did any serious damage to the other one. And they've been trading pretty equally as well. They're pretty close on lost resources.
Oh, this fight is not gonna go well.
Now they're sieged.
Oh.
And they're in range. Oh, there were so many Zerglings died there. into one volley. But they do manage to surround the tanks.
That fight would have been so different with.
That's actually, you know, that's actually very confusing. That skin, because when these Zerglings die, you can still see the wings, and it's hard to see what Zerglings are dead and which ones are alive for a quick second until the textures disappear. Don't is this a fake drop he's doing, or is that? I think that was a pathing problem there.
Bad rally.
Because there's one Marine and like 8 medivacs? 7 medivacs. That's some health insurance right there. Alright, Hydraulics are about to come in here.
Bio abandons the tanks.
Yeah, the tanks ended up at the front, and it looks like both of them are going to lose pretty much all of their army. The thing is, Terran keeps making more.
Yeah, that's it. You can see that the supply, you know, although they're trading armies, Terran supply is running away with the game here.
Yeah, and Dalton gets to keep a few Marines here, so it keeps the push going. Okay, now he pretty much has to back up and regroup at the back here. But he does do a good job cleaning up creep, and he's already in a position to threaten the Zerg bases here between the third and the fourth.
That tank is in a great position, because to assault that, you can't really with the rocks on one side and the ramp there to get to the tanks.
The Bennings are coming in. Don't is split, but yeah, it actually doesn't lose all that much. And Vision is out of Banelings.
Production tab that Daunted is macro at home is just doing a lot better than his opponents.
Yeah, it is good at clicking the A button.
Yeah, but you know, as well, he's got +3 on the way. He's got +1 for his tanks coming up.
Yeah.
So he's on 2-2 fighting against 1-1.
Yeah, that's rough. And attack positioning is pretty good here. There's not a lot of way Vision can actually move into this.
By keeping the pressure on, you know, Zerg's in panic mode right now. Pulling the drones.
He's got like 6 times the army supply. Okay.
GG here soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's still Daunted still there. There we go. Daunted will take the first game in this series.
Really impressive. You know, although we did see some miss micro from Daunted, you know, losing the medevacs, losing the Marines, at the end of that fight, he was on 5 bases, you know, while pushing, keeping his upgrades up. And it's really good to see, you know, when players are not tunnel vision and I'm attacking, you know, to really fight is the resupply. So really good job from Daunted getting game number 1 there.
Let's ask Vision what the next map is going to be. And this is the loser's pick. We had Nemesis disqualify, forfeit. Yeah. Nemesis, our reigning champion, reigns no more. But yeah, she said she had some unexpected stuff to that needs to be done. She might have to forfeit her spot here, which is a shame. She's been doing so fantastically well in the previous SDO. Alright, so our next map is going to be Parasite. Otherwise known as Parasite. Alright.
Big map.
Yeah, right.
Would not be my choice as a Zerg, but
no,
you know what's a shame, Steel, is that I know they took out your favorite map, but I mean they could have thrown us a bone here and give us one map with a gold base, just one gold base.
Yeah, I knew you'd be a little chagrined about it.
Come on, throw us a bone here.
Where am I going to put my proxy hatchery? my third base. Am I going to have to resort to putting it in my natural? Shaw.
Yeah. I'll do it. I want to put it. As tournament organizers, Zergs should not be able to play in purple. That should be
Yeah, we try to let people express themselves a little here, not have too stringent of rules. Besides, it gives us something to complain about. Also, Vision's skins are you know, they're kind of visible anyway because it's the mechanical skin.
Skins should also be illegal, in my opinion. What's your opinion on skins? I'll let you do the intros and then.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion. All right, everyone. Welcome to Para. Site LE. LE, of course, stands for lesser exercise. Lesser exercise. That's when you want to exercise, but you don't want to do a full-on exhausting exercise, you know, the full thing, and you gotta go, I'll do a lesser one. I'll do the thing where you sit in your computer chair and you know, wiggle your legs a little. That's, you know, a lesser exercise. In the southwest, east, southeast, the other west. Representing Clan Loco is our purple Zerg. Give it up for Vision. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, representing Psionic Aftermath, that's Clan 6 for you. Currently up 1 in this best of 3 series, our blue Terran, it is Daunted. One of our greatest hype people, and benefactors of the CranKy Ducklings. We love this guy. Not that we're biased, but we are. Anyway, yeah, we were talking about skins. Yeah, I think, you know, it's... I have a problem when the... when a skin gives you a certain advantage or disadvantage as a player, that is a problem. That's obvious. And we've seen it happen in a couple of cases. But overall, I know, it's not that big of a deal. Especially if they, and I think they'll eventually implement this, where you can choose not to see it as a player. You know, not to see skins. So it's just spectators who see it, or, you know.
That would be good. So when you say advantages, just for the viewers, what kind of advantages are you talking about?
Like certain skins, for instance, our favorite game, how many immortals are in this group? When you have Protoss skins where it's very difficult to distinguish between immortals and stalkers at a glance, that is, you know, it's an advantage or a disadvantage for a player, you know, over the default skins. You know, some units are a little more difficult to see. In some skins, banelings are not as prominent in terms of, you know, their big green glowing butt.
I know my problem is the roaches, because normally, you know, with normal skins, if they get the tunneling claws upgrade, where they can, you know, move underground, you see it, you know, it's obvious that the roaches have changed. But I've been in games where I see, you know, the first couple of roaches, and I'm like, oh cow, he already has tunneling claws, and then you're making spores and spines in each of your bases. No,
they just have weird shit on them. It's barnacles. It's glowing barnacles.
Choose your units, so you can have one skin for your Zerglings, like the mechanical, and then another skin for your Overlords, and another skin. So you could have all your skins normal, and then just change the roaches, and then it's really confusing, you know.
Yeah.
If it was like, okay, you get one tile set for all your units, it would be easier, I guess. But.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of optionals when it comes to gaming in general, but specifically when it comes to competitive stuff. It's important. Oh, well, Vision actually managing to do quite a bit of chaos here.
He's killed all the Marines. He's not gonna get much more than that, and only 2 SCV kills. But all the Marines are
Yeah,
dead. And
then, and these are exactly the Marines that are going to drop him later on.
yeah, exactly. And the lost mining time as well, not negligible. So
yeah, Daunted was a little slower on the wall in this time. But they are going to show these unbuildable plates what's what. Yes, destroy those things.
Overlord placement that can see, you know, that's always the great thing as is you get to see exactly what's happening at your opponent's base.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, like I said in the previous game, when these Zerglings die, the wings stay there. So you have no idea if you actually killed a lot of Zerglings or what. It gets very confusing. Usually when a Zergling dies, it has like an animation that makes it very different than the way it looks when it's alive. But here it's getting to be confusing. So that's another thing I kind of dislike about skins. They make some visual inconsistencies for the game.
I agree. But
if they're a part of like a financial ecosystem that keeps the scene going, then I can see why it works.
Yeah, I'm all for it for that aspect. I don't like it as a player, but I like it for everything else, I guess.
All right.
It's coming in.
Benning duped a few Marines, but I think that's enough to actually push this away. Daunted is not backing up; he's actually sticking around.
Competition there between the mineral lines, killing more overlords. This is better damage than in game 1, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he might actually get a delay on these upgrades. That's going to be a huge catch. Oh, he's getting carapace.
He's splitting the damage. Yeah, okay, now he focuses one down.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, now he's surrounded, backs up, and lives. Okay, that's the smart choice.
Optimistic. But you can see by having that damage, if you look at the minerals and gas of vision, you know, when you're busy defending and panicking because you're getting attacked, it's really hard to keep up on the macro. So, you know, that's a lot of indirect damage that push did.
Yeah, you definitely lose a beat here and there while you're scrambling, and that's what I usually say about the Terran, is that a good Terran doesn't miss a beat because it's all set up for you to have production while you are fighting. You know, you have all your production buildings on hotkeys, and you do the production cycle while you are fighting.
Exactly. And I think the problem a lot of, when you first start playing StarCraft is like, oh, I'm fighting, I need to look at my units. But actually, you should be, I guess with Terran, you can do your production without looking at the production facilities. But really, almost all macro and oh, that's good. The Baneling's crashing all the tanks. That's really good for Daunted.
Yeah.
This push
keeps one tank alive. That's really important. And yeah, this might actually get the upgrades.
And the game right here, compared to last game where Vision managed to hold this push and then got overwhelmed.
Yeah, there we go.
It all comes down to the first drop did more damage than in game 1. So then the second push was even better, and yeah, Daunted does a really good job of while attacking, as you say. So
yeah, all right. So we have Daunted advancing, still waiting on Shift Flip, and I only have this 4. We may have Lady Azilis and Saxi starting up. Let's see if they're here. No, it looks like they're already started. Lady Azilis winning 2-0 against Radair. We also have Omop and Legend K duking it out over here. Chelch winning 2-0 over Tassadar Noob. I think Chelch was participated once before, I think. Tassadon Noob is a new player. Vision is, of course, a new player as well. We just saw them. Sheer Flip, and I only have these 4 playing. And Phoenix and Dark Watch are both back. Both regulars of the tournament. What?
Phoenix is in a lobby, so maybe we can jump in that game. It's 1-0 so far.
No, it looks. Seems like he's in game. Is what he's showing me.
He just invited me. So do you want to jump?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's jump. Let's jump on them. Yeah, 1-0 to who? Me. Okay, so Dark Watch is up 1-0.
Okay, and now we're playing on my favorite map of the map pool so far, which is Fracture.
Fracture. Well, we skipped Blue Shift, so that's a nice one.
To be happy about that.
No, I don't hate the map. I'm just, I'm teasing. I didn't hate Catalyst either. It's just you see it a lot. It kind of gets boring.
It got boring, Catalyst. I don't know how many seasons it was there for, but I mean, I stopped playing for 4 months. And it was still there.
Now, Fracture is a kind of it's supposed to be like the small cheesy map, but it's kind of not. I don't know. I haven't really seen any cheesy games on it too much. It's not a Biogenesis.
Yeah, the three first expansions are they're on the high ground, so army around and defend those ramps. It's not so bad. Not so bad.
The vision is blaming ping. Yeah, don't worry. You played pretty well. You handled the Psyx 2-1-1 TVZ standard pretty well.
I mean, it's really not easy.
Yeah, and of course, and I'm not just saying Psyx because they practice that stuff a lot. They have a lot of Terrans who play exactly that. They do it quite a bit.
To the Zergs who are watching, I think getting just +1 carapace. View what the GSL guys and stuff did. Just that.
No, it helps. It definitely helps. And try to get the tanks. If the tanks are gone, these pushes are so much weaker. Right. There we go. Everyone's here. Can go. Start this shindig. Remember,
Loco.
It's +1 for Dark Watch.
+1 for Dark Watch. But Loco's Danish, not Swedish. I know all their flags are the same, but
Oh, really? I thought I was sure he's Swedish.
I really hope he's Danish because I'm gonna look.
I'm pretty sure he's. Well, in before it turns out to be Norwegian, and we're both.
And we're both wrong.
All right, everyone. Speaking of Nordic countries, we're in the snow over on Fractured Endhole, LA. LA, of course, stands for, in case you did not know, lean environment. Lean environment. That's when there's a lot of fat animals in an environment, and people come and hunt them, and only the lean ones survive, and the environment is lean. I don't know what I'm talking about. In the southeast corner of the map, from Leipzig Esports and the mercenary of the CranKy Ducklings, in the red Arthur, and give it up for Phoenix, otherwise known as Phoenix, not the other Phoenix. And in the northwest corner of the map, going pool first, are Green Zerg, currently up 1 in this best of 3 series. Give it up for Dark Watch.
Which went for pool first, so
Mhm.
I think because he's keeping the larva, he's gonna try to get some Zerglings
Mhm.
and run past
I
the
mean,
Reaper.
yeah, it's a pretty quick rush here. I mean, in this map pool, it's pretty quick. It's also straightforward, so you know, don't get a lot of zigzagging. So yeah, I could definitely hit at a timing to delay the command center. Maybe kill
Good.
the SCV there.
Good micro from the Reaper. I mean, the SCV sees the Zerglings coming, so that's good. That means the Reaper can...
Ah, it's hiding in the bushes.
Yeah. The Reaper's there to intercept.
Alright.
Maybe even pull some these. We'll see.
Oh, they're concentrating on the Reaper. Well, at this Darkwatch is denying scouting, so that's pretty good. But it doesn't look...
At this stage of the game,
Phoenix! Phoenix!
Phoenix!
Phoenix! Phoenix! Get out of here! Reaper! No! That should not have happened. Yeah, it was busy macroing. He probably thought that Darkwatch was pulling back.
Another SCV to finish that.
Yeah. Well, it does kill all the links, so at least there's that. But that command center was delayed for so long.
Really not the end of the world, because you think that Zerg has to sacrifice a little bit for their build as well, so... and it looks like, you know, Phoenix is on top of his macro in the sense that, you know,
Okay.
Starport's on the way, and it looks like it's going to be mech.
We have an update. Loco is actually Dutch.
He's Dutch. Well, that's why I said Denmark, because, you know, countries that start with D.
Okay.
Apologize. I was sure he was Danish, because there's not many StarCraft Danish.
Godverdomme is what you have to say about that. countries with D. Netherlands is the Netherlands doesn't start with D.
Oh boy. I was trying to say that, like, oh, maybe in French it starts with D, but no. We call it, in French we call it the low country.
The low country. Well, it is pretty low.
Yeah.
That's why he's maybe that's why he's local.
Oh, maybe.
Alright, Phoenix doing some nice barbecue here. Getting a few workers. 6 of them.
6 workers.
Oh, it does get cleaned out though. Yeah, it does lose everything. 2 more. Oh, they're on move command! They're on move command! No!
There's a Baneley nest for the Zerg. I don't think they've identified that it's mech yet. Okay.
Maybe not. Well, Darkwatch is getting Hydralisk then and taking up, getting a Roachworm as well. It looks like he's preparing for anything. Phoenix is setting up some Cloak Banshees, which are gonna be nice. Darkwatch hasn't sniffed any of that. He's no detection. Oh, he has a lair, so no, with the lair that should be okay.
And he starts a Roachworm and Hydralisk then, so I think he knows he's playing against mech. I mean, he saw the extra Hellions. It's fishy.
Well, that's, you know... Well, yeah, I suppose so. And usually if you go by after those 4 Hellions, you don't want to waste any more time on that. You want to get your factory onto a tech lab and start making some tanks. Spam this to help Phoenix. Spam this. What? Get better with the copy pastas. Just what sticks. to help Phoenix. That doesn't even rhyme. You're rhyming ticks with nicks.
So Blue Flame is on the way, and it looks like we're setting up double prong attack. Although the Banshees are a bit late, Hellions are coming back in.
Yeah, they're good. They're getting a good barbecue here, and they're going to get out.
Zerg is still slightly away on workers. But what's really good is the Banshees are coming in. No spores. This should be good.
Yeah, they don't even need the cloak. There's nothing here to actually shoot up, and they are one-shotting these drones.
Some major damage right there.
Yeah, it's 25 workers dead this game so far. Drones, that is. This is rough, and the Banshees get to go home alive. So they're going to stay here in the corner and continue to be threatening and annoy Darkwatch.
It's really good because if Zerg tried to go for a roach counterattack, well, at least you got the Banshees to whittle down the roaches.
Mm-hmm. Well, it takes a while for Banshees to actually whittle down roaches.
But they kind of help.
Yeah, they do help. Especially if you snipe Ravagers, if he's going for Ravagers, that could be nice. You know, without Ravagers, getting the tanks is rough. But if you have a couple of, even 2 or 3 Ravagers with this army, suddenly siege tanks aren't really as scary. And you do see a Hydra Spig coming up for Darkwatch, so it's definitely going to go heavier on the Roach Hydra here. Oh, that's a lot of blue flame aliens. I'm wondering if we should be switching to Hellbats. But,
yeah.
He doesn't want to stay there.
The Roach Hydra, I think it's better to just run away. I mean,
yeah.
Phoenix has done his damage, right? He's ahead right now. So if you sacrificing armies, you know, you're leaving yourself exposed.
Yeah, I think it was a smart decision not to push in there. He's got these to clear creep. He's got these to keep Darkwatch away, and he is setting up a 3rd base. So he really wants to see what's going on the other side of the map.
And with a good tank, Phoenix, he's in a good position, I think, to protect these 3 bases. Like we were talking about earlier, you know, on this map but they are quite narrow.
Oh, it does catch a lot of. It could catch a lot of this Zerg army unawares. Oh, these tanks are sieging up. Get out of here! There's a lot of kaboom boom of them hills. And I like the Cyclones as well. They are a nice addition.
Very good, especially in the early mid game. Good damage dealers to roaches.
Yeah, and also quite mobile. Unlike the tanks that you know, get stuck to the ground every now and again. I like that he's not sieging all of them.
Yeah, it's a good setup he's going for right now.
Yeah, trying to bait that army into tank range. Might want to go a little forward so that he can at least threaten the hatchery. And that could be real nice. There we go. And here come the Ravagers. See? And that...
Darkwatch is committed. He has to do something here. And it looks like he's doing pretty good.
Bile shots, mate. See, this just 4 Ravagers won the fight here.
It's lost, you know, that fight was really costly for Phoenix. He lost a lot more than Darkwatch did, and the supply is bouncing back, so
yeah,
over-eager that push.
Look at the lost resources. The gas, there's so much more gas lost for Phoenix because of these mech units. But he is turtling up here on the high ground in the 3rd base, and this should be very difficult for Darkwatch to move into.
To take the classes on the 3rd.
So he's not moving into it. He's actually running around. He's catching reinforcements. is in the natural.
This is rough because you got Zerglings in the main as well.
Oh boy. Okay, so the ones in the natural are starting to kill some SCVs. Not a lot, only 4.
Yeah,
got killed here.
Really good. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I know Darkwatch has lost pretty much all we had. And they're, again, equal on lost resources. That was a very costly fight.
An engagement for Phoenix, and then Darkwatch repays him by going up and having a bit of a bad engagement himself. We really need those SCVs to be mining gas. If you're playing mech, you know, you want to get that gas.
Mm-hmm.
Gas. All the gas you can get.
All about that gas. About that gas.
Exactly.
I like this Viking just chilling, patrolling the skies here. Just, usually it's dead by now, but with so many Hydralisks around, it's a lucky Viking. Okay, so Phoenix is moving out again. You know, for a mech player, it clears creep quite well. Usually mech players tend to be lazy about that sort of thing.
One max push, right? But Phoenix is I thought the idea with mech was to you know, go in once you're maxed out. But this push, you know, it's in a good position. Tanks are spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna try to flank there, but I don't like the position behind the bushes. You know, Zerg army doesn't have good vision right there, but he's going for double prong.
Yeah, but the thing is, once the Terran doesn't have vision there, the tanks are pretty much useless. And exactly, his body shots his own army. And yeah, that was a really good engagement by the Darkwatch. And
the story is don't walk to the other side of the map.
Yeah, Terran is Terran mech is a game of patience. You can't. It's not bio. You can't just move around the map willy-nilly, sacrificing armies and rebanking them.
Oh, we need a repair on that Tor. Repair the Tor.
Alright. Now Darkwatch lost a lot, but still manages to clean up the Terran army. And look at the difference in army supply. Darkwatch is moving out across the map. And these 2 Vikings. If those 2 Vikings were Banshees, we didn't see what happened to the Banshees. They both died somewhere. Ooh, Darkwatch is going for a Greater Spire. I think Phoenix is going for a Viking drop. Some Viking landing.
Yeah. He's got 4 Vikings so far, so maybe, you know, he's anticipating that this is gonna happen.
Yeah, they do have the smart server, so they switch quite quickly. Look, they do such crap damage, those things. Alright. Darkwatch in the meantime is sacking Phoenix's base. No, he's actually going to keep it alive. The Banshee is going to chase that army away. Darkwatch doesn't have any
Alien run by at Darkwatch's 4th.
Yeah, this is a good drive-by. It's getting a lot of workers. The Vikings are dropping again, running away from Corruptors into the mineral line. Now they're getting some kills here. Darkwatch is kind of slow to respond. 46 drones died this game.
He needs those those Vikings for the Broodlord and Viper transition.
Yeah, at least he scouts it. So yeah, he sees the Greater Spire. So he should know. He's getting Thors, which are okay against Broodlords, but not, you know, they're not exactly the most mobile things.
Supplies are you know, catching up. Phoenix is back up at 112 supply. He needs a 4th base. Like, he should float his command center from his main, and he needs to hold the next Broodlord Viper push, which is going to be they're at even supply.
Yeah, see the Broodlords being morphed in. He's got 2 and 2 more on the way. Sorry, 3. So 5. Yeah, he's gonna have 5 Broodlords all in all. And yeah, Phoenix has one Viking, and he's going to have a couple of Thors, but that's about it for anti-air. Okay, Cloak Banshee being more annoying. Oh, no detection. Alright, there we go. There comes the overseer.
No detection, but no energy. And now there's a Viking coming in at Darkwatch's 5th base.
Look how long it takes them. It takes them like 4 shots to kill a drone.
The drones are at +3. Yeah, +2 carapace. So.
Yeah, but it's a +3 Viking. You know.
+0 Viking.
No. It's +3 weapons.
3 weapons air. No, he's got 0.
On the ground, it's ground weapons.
No. It keeps its air weapon upgrade.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. They still do shit damage on the ground.
And
now the Broodlords are coming into play. The Thors actually are pretty good at killing those, but the problem is they're not shooting on the ground. The Blinding Clouds are on the tanks, and Darkwatch gets to move in without taking a lot of damage. And yeah, this is a gigantic army supply. It's one Thor trying to run away. Nope! Thor is not here! Thor is running away!
Yeah, it's really difficult for the mech player at this point of the game when Broodlords and Vipers are out.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have Vikings.
You invest all this money in tanks, and tanks are great, they're amazing. But then when the Broodlord comes, there's tanks starts attacking your own units.
Yeah. Look at them trying to scramble and attack this thing. Yeah, alright. Look at that.
Phoenix had a really good early game. It was looking really good for him in the early game, and then Darkwatch, I mean, he did wonders to get back in that game.
Yeah.
Resource collection rate.
And keep in mind, Phoenix is a former champion of ours. He's no slouch to beat. Oh, so cool. Kiitos paljon. So go coming in with a 9 months subscription.